Steve McQueen was not called the king of cool because he wore loud clothes. He was not chasing fashion, he was not relying on tricks. He earned the title because he had something much rarer: presence. This is what men miss: not clothes first, presence first. McQueen could wear the simplest outfit in the room and still look like the only man worth noticing. A polo looked better on him, a cardigan looked stronger on him, a short jacket looked tougher on him. Why? Because everything looked controlled. Nothing looked accidental or weak or like he was asking for approval. That is what made him different. Because he was never just selling clothes, he was projecting a type of man. Tough, calm, self-contained. A man who looked like he trusted himself. He did not need decoration or attention-seeking fashion to create an impression. That is rare, and that is still rare now. On screen his masculinity felt different too. He was not theatrical, he was not polished to death. He did not look like he was performing elegance for the camera. He looked real. There was always a little rebellion in him. A little danger but never chaos, and that combination is deadly. Because when you combine toughness with restraint, you get the one thing most men cannot fake. Real cool style, not fashionable, not try hard, not self-conscious. Just cool, that is the real meaning of Steve McQueen. Not vintage or trendiness or old Hollywood as some soft romantic idea. He represented masculine simplicity at a very high level, and men should study that now more than ever, because modern style advice usually fails in one-two ways. Either it becomes too sloppy, the man loses all the shape, all edge, all presence, or it becomes too fashion-aware, too styled, too curated, too desperate to be admired, try hard. And McQueen sat in the middle. Casual but not careless, elegant but never delicate, masculine but never cartoonish, and most importantly, he felt attainable. He was not looking like a runway figure. He looked grounded, compact, rugged, like a real man who simply understood what suited him and refused to dress beneath himself. That is useful, because when men looked at Steve McQueen, they are not just looking at a celebrity from the past. They are looking at proof. Proof you do not need flashy fashion to look sophisticated. A proof that casual clothes not have to make you look average. Proof that a man can look powerful in very simple pieces if he wears them with clarity, restraint or conviction. He's not the king of cool because he looked good. He's the king of cool because he made simplicity look strong. Now look at one of the clearest examples. This is where most men get confused. They think they have to choose masculine or elegant, rugged or refined, strong or sophisticated. Wrong. The best dressed man combined both. And McQueen did that better than almost anyone. Look at this outfit. The dark knit, give it weight. Gives the body seriousness. It feels grounded, protective, almost severe. Then the light trousers step in, clean the whole thing up. They bring brightness, control, elegance. Then the brown suede Chukka boots finish the job. That is an important choice. Not bulky boots, not flashy shoes, not soft little slippers pretending to be refined. Suede Chukkas. Masculine, clean, mature, relaxed without becoming weak. That is why the outfit works. Every piece has a function. The knit brings strength. The trousers bring refinement. The suede boots bring texture and masculine ease. And together the result is exactly what most men want but cannot describe. Casual sophistication with presence. That is why Steve McQueen still feels modern. Look at Daniel Craig in Quantum of Solace as an example. Same basic formula. Dark upper half, clean lower half. Rugged but elegant footwear. Same message. That is not a coincidence. This is continuity. McQueen helped define a visual language of masculine casual elegance that still works decades. And the simple lesson: a man does not have to choose between looking masculine and looking elegant. He can be both, but only if the proportions are right, the textures are right, and the colors are controlled. Now let's deal with another piece most men completely misunderstand. The cardigan. For a lot of men, the cardigan sounds weak, too soft, too old-manish, too academic, too safe. That is because most men wear it badly or not. The problem is not the cardigan. The problem is the man inside it. Steve McQueen did not wear a cardigan like a fragile fashion accessory. He wore it like a masculine layer that changes everything. Look at the cardigan. It has weight, texture, substance. It does not feel decorative. It feels grounded. Then look at what surrounds it. A casual shirt underneath. Nothing stiff, nothing precious, nothing corporate. Light, clean trousers that brings clarity and elegance. Then suede boots again. And there is the formula. Texture on top, cleanliness below. Masculine footwear to anchor it. That is why it works. He keeps the cardigan sophisticated without letting it become soft. That is the lesson. If you want to wear a cardigan properly, stop treating it like some delicate intellectual costume. Wear it like outerwear. Wear it at weight. Choose heavier knits, grounded colors, simple polos or casual shirts underneath. Clean light trousers, shoes of maturity. That is when the cardigan stops looking weak and starts looking like of the most elegant casual pieces a man can own. Now the Harrington jacket, one of the best jackets in menswear. Why? It solves a modern problem almost perfectly. How you stay casual without becoming shapeless. That is what the Harrington fixes. It is short, clean, functional, direct. It does not swallow the body like longer outerwear. It sharpens it. It frames the torso, cleans up the silhouette, makes everything underneath look more intentional. That is what happens. He throws it over a light shirt, knitwear, and suddenly the outfit has more structure, more clarity, more masculine definition. And again, look at Daniel Craig. You can see the same language later on. Short jacket, clean front, strong collar, compact silhouette. Controlled aggression, same idea, just harder, more modern, and that is why the Harrington matters. It sits in a perfect middle, more refined than a hoodie, more relaxed than a blazer, and more elegant than most casual jackets. It's still masculine enough to feel rugged if a man wants one of the best casual outerwear pieces he can own. Now the polo shirt. This is another piece men get wrong because they underestimate it. A polo is not just a nicer t-shirt. A good polo is one of the best tools in casual menswear because it keeps ease but adds structure. It keeps comfort but adds maturity. It keeps simplicity but adds refinement. This is powerful. That is why it works so well on both Steve McQueen and Daniel Craig in James Bond. The polo sits in the middle, more sophisticated than a t-shirt, exactly where a lot of men should be living. On McQueen, the polo looks clean, masculine, direct. No nonsense, no useless details. Just a sharp collar, a fitted torso, restrained collar doing exactly what it should do. On Craig, the same principle, modernized. The polo frames the upper body, gives the chest and shoulders present, and it keeps the outfit intentional even when everything is simple. Then both men pair it the smart way, with light trousers. The combination is gold. The polo gives the upper half strength. The light trousers gives the lower half brightness and elegance. That contrast matters. Without contrast, casual outfits go flat. They become boring, lifeless, forgettable. This is the opposite you want. It gives shape, energy, balance. That is the real lesson of the polo shirt. If you want to look strong, the fit matters. Not skin tight, not baggy, close enough to shape the shoulders, chest and sleeves. The collar matters too. It needs structure. If the collar is limp, the whole thing gets weaker. The fabric matters as well. It should feel clean and substantial, not cheap, not flimsy, not like something that gave up after 2 washes. Steve McQueen understood that casual style is not about doing less. It is about removing weakness. That is the distinction. You do not need more clothes. You need better choices, better fit and restraint and standards. Casual is where standards become visible. Anyone can hide behind tailoring. Very few men can look strong in simple clothes. McQueen could. That is why style matters. That is why men still study him. And that is why the smartest thing a modern man can do is stop chasing fashion and start understanding masculine simplicity, because that is where real casual style begins. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos about men's fashion, follow my channel and see you soon. Goodbye.